Who is this DVD for? Someone who is not good at talking to or even approaching women. Someone who is overweight or not attractive. Someone who is not rich, or even someone who is rich, because having money doesn't mean you will get the girls. Someone who is nervous or not confident around women. Someone who is tired of being dumped by girls. Someone who is absolutely rubbish in bed. Someone who feels too old to get girls. Someone who has just come out of a relationship, divorce, and not looking for anything serious. Someone who is looking for a relationship. And most importantly, this DVD is for someone who is you. Women love men with charisma. Women also like to be entertained. So be yourself, but show the best version of yourself to them. Women also love happy men, so it's important to smile. They do not want a dull, boring guy who sits around the house all day watching TV. They do not want a guy that stays in front of the television all night drinking beer and watching basketball games or football games on the television. That vision to them is boring. Quick tip: when you have no charisma, nobody notices you. You're like a fly on the wall. Nobody sees you because you just don't stand out. Charisma/charismatic definition. Definition 1. Compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others. Definition 2. A divinely conferred power or talent. Make sure you smile when you're talking to women. A smile shows self-confidence, and women love that. It is a signal that you have high self-esteem and high self-awareness. Have you ever looked at men that are afraid to smile at women? They are usually shy and they hide in the corners while at parties. You might have been this guy at one point in your life, but you need to get over that type of thinking very, very quickly. The only way you're really going to be able to pick up women regularly is if you start smiling at them. You have to start showing them you are confident in yourself. You have to start believing in yourself and showing that you have high self-esteem. Women like these traits in men and pick up on these things very, very quickly. But smiling is just another piece of the puzzle. Here's the next one. Always be polite when you are talking to women. I am always polite when I speak to women. Women love a polite man. They don't stereotypically think polite men as cheats or guys that just want to have sex with them, or one-night stands. Women typically keep their guard down when they're speaking to a polite man. Be polite. If you want to get girls to have sex with you, you have to be nice to them. I'm not saying be a doormat, but you can open the door for her when you're going to a restaurant. Do not open or close the door when she gets into your car. Opening the door into a restaurant is good enough. You don't want to be opening and closing the door for a woman too much. Otherwise, it seems repetitive and she will get tired of it. The reason why this is not good is because if you are too nice, she might try and take advantage and walk all over you. Give her what I call the hot and cold effect. Not giving her too much love, but also not giving her too little. I will cover more about this in later lessons. Cover your mouth if you happen to cough, and make sure you never ever break wind in her presence, because this will decrease your chances of getting a second date by up to 90%. Remember, girls hate this. Save that for marriage. And also, no burping either. But if you happen to do this by accident, please just say something like, "Pardon" or "Excuse me." Manners go a long way with women, and women love this in a man. Women are very, very me characters, so listen to what she has to say when she's talking, and do your best to talk about things that will interest her to keep the conversation flowing. Make sure you talk, but it's even better to let her dominate the conversation. Don't just stay quiet though, or say anything that comes to your mind. You will seem stupid or uninteresting at times. When she is talking, you can agree with a nod, just to be aware that you are actually listening and you're still awake and you're still listening to what she's actually saying. So remember, let her dominate the conversation, because women love to talk about themselves a lot. So take this away if anything. Let the girl dominate the conversation, and always think about what you say before you actually say it. Girls hate when guys just yap on about themselves. So let her tell you as much about her, but don't just stay too silent though. Don't stay too silent when she's talking. Otherwise, she will think you are not listening to her at all. Listening to what she is saying, and ask her as many in-depth questions about her as possible, or about what she just said. This is an example. You say, "What do you do for work?" Girl says, "I'm a solicitor at a law practice." Instead of just saying, "Okay," and then the awkward silence, moving on to the next question, you say, "Nice. So what made you get into that field of work?" So basically, you're asking an open question. You're asking a question where she can give you an answer. An answer that could be many things. Be confident too. When she's talking to you, look her in the eyes and do not look on the ground. Girls are really good at sensing guys who lack confidence. If you are not good at looking people in the eyes, then start by looking at girls in between her nose and her eyes, so that gap. That will get you more confident at looking at people in that way. And then, after a while, you can start looking at them in the eyes. If you look at a girl in between her nose and her eyes, she won't notice that you're not actually looking her in the eyes, because your eyes will be pointing in that same direction. So you can do that until you feel more confident. But yes, it's always great to look at girls in her eyes. Confidence is a big key to getting females. Scientific research has showed us that women are more attracted to men that other women like too. People's attractiveness and judgments can be influenced in ways by what other people appear to think about people. Men think differently to women. If a man sees a beautiful woman walking down the street with her boyfriend, that man might think, "That woman is pretty. I want a girlfriend just like her." You see, women don't think like this. A woman would think, "I want that man." The trick is not being that creepy guy, nor the emotional tampon. Just imagine this for a moment. Imagine a guy up at the bar, either by himself or just standing there with a beer in his hand up by his chest, looking like a predator hunting for women. This is not good. Women do not like this. Now imagine that same guy with his back or his side against the bar, feeling very comfortable, maybe 2 or 3 girls looking at him and smiling, laughing at what he's saying. You can see they are giving him their complete attention. Now imagine other guys outside of that circle looking in, watching, wishing they could be that guy at the bar. The guy with 2 to 3 girls talking to him looks like a much higher value to other women, and there has to be some reason that those girls are spending their time giving him attention. When women see this guy is getting attention from other females, this is a sure sign to them that this guy is used to women, has women in his life, and therefore accepted and wanted by other women. The truth is, women want what other women want. This is how it is. So use it to your favor. Okay, this is a great tip that I'm going to tell you. A big key on getting women to like you is to get yourself a group of platonic girlfriends. Platonic girlfriend definition: a very close female friend that a male has. Their relationship is strictly just friends. Have you ever noticed when you are single and walking about, you don't really get that much girls looking and smiling at you, but the moment you start walking with a girl, it's like all the girls you walk past stare and smile at you. Platonic girlfriends are great, and even better for picking up other girls. Imagine you're in a bar or a club with your platonic friend. It doesn't matter if she has a boyfriend, because you only need her to help you to pick up other girls. The more beautiful your platonic friend is, the better, and easier it is to pick up other girls. If you are scared to chat up girls alone, you can always get your platonic girlfriend to help you. You just pop to the toilet for, let's say, 5 minutes. In the meantime, your friend starts talking to the girl you like while you're gone. Once you're back, you find your friend with a, say, lost look on your face, looking like you were searching for your friend for a few minutes. At this point, they are both probably talking about handbags and nails. You come into the picture, greet your friend and say, "There you are." You talk to her for a few seconds, and then you start talking to the girl you like. This way, there is 2 girls by your side talking, and more women will look at you. This will increase your attractiveness to other women. You will learn more about what to say to girls in later lessons of this DVD. If you end up falling for your platonic friend, you can still get her, but you don't want to be labeled as the quote-unquote nice guy. The quote-unquote nice guy is the guy that gets a lot of girlfriends, but it is not because they respect him or want to be with him. It's only because they use him as some sort of emotional tampon to dump their issues on, like some sort of therapy, because they think of him as safe and cute, like a puppy. You don't want to be considered that. That's not good. Then there's the creepy guy that you see at the parties and clubs. This guy tries to hit on all the girls, basically oozes he just wants sex in everything he does. Girls hate this. Girls hate this type of man. If you are setting out to get girls as friends, you need to keep your bad boy edge. You still need to be seen as a possible sexual friend. You just have to make the first move of making them a friend. You need to be fun and exciting. Keyword: clean. A big turn off for a woman is meeting a guy who smells. You have to smell nice. I will provide the best products to use later in this lesson, so stay tuned. Remember what they say women are made of: sugar and spice and everything nice. So bottom line is, women love men who smell nice. Get into the habit of having a shower a minimum 1 time a day. I would recommend 2 or more. Once before you leave the house and the other when you come inside or before you go to bed. But I would recommend more, especially if you're going to meet a woman on a date. You have to shower and smell nice. So remember, smelling nice, and later on in this lesson I will provide you the best products to use. You have to be immaculate. Definition of immaculate: perfectly clean, neat or tidy. Girls do not want to have sex with a man who looks and smells like he just got out of a sewer. Wash your clothes and yourselves with washing powder that contains lavender. Lavender is an aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac definition: a food, drink or other thing that stimulates sexual desire. Clean your house, and if you drive, clean your car. Don't be like most men who bring girls back to their house and their house is a tip. From that moment, when the girl enters the house, the woman's mood changes from wanting to have sex with you to wanting to get out and go home. So the key word is clean. Try to keep you, your house, your car and any other vehicle you have as clean as possible, especially when you're meeting a girl or you're bringing her back to your house. That is non-negotiable. You have to have your place clean. First impressions count. And you know what they say? You don't get a second chance at a first impression. Keyword: clean. If you're going to meet up with a girl, make sure your car is clean. Clean guys have a much better chance at getting girls than guys who are dirty. Keep clean. Quick tip: women love clean men. It gives them the false sense the person is good and trustworthy. Men that stink do not get girls, no matter how handsome they are, so keep clean. The best and most effective washing powder for you to use as your aphrodisiac to seduce women